this whole issue with police violence and all this stuff, you know, I think that there needs to be like some kind of serious psychological training or something with the police officers because, they could panic before they even resolve the situation and kill somebody. And it's just because, like, years ago in Seattle, the husband of somebody I knew when I was a kid murdered a homeless person who, obviously wasn't all there all mentally, but he was carving a piece of wood crossing the street, and the cop pulls up to the crosswalk. The guy he ended up killing had crossed the street and was already several feet down the sidewalk, and the cop comes up, says, "Hey, put the knife down. Hey, put the knife down." And he wasn't holding it to anybody, and he just turned around and looked, and the cop, the husband of the person I knew when I was a kid, just shot him within 4 seconds because he gave all the pre-attack indicators and said, he was like, there was no doubt in my mind attack was coming. And it's like, one, you never identified yourself as a cop, and two, it's like, if you're that psychic, then, maybe you shouldn't be a police officer. But it was like, it's kind of obvious he panicked. But again, the cops all supported him and stuff, and they're like, you did the right thing and all this crap. And it's just, see, this is a problem is in situations like that, and this is a problem with police officers, is that thin blue line, because in the eyes of one cop, another cop can't do anything wrong. I personally believe if a cop caught another cop sexually molesting a child, then that cop would defend the cop that he caught molesting a child, because it's like, hey, it's a cop. You don't narc on cops. But it's like, I think a problem again is with, like, there needs to be some kind of really, really good training, more training to, like, remain calm and stuff, because 911 operators can remain calm when somebody else is freaking out on the other line, but a police officer can, like, panic like that and kill somebody, and then it's just, oh, whoops, I was wrong. And this is a problem, is a cop can make an assumption, make the wrong assumption, and then it's like, oh, whoops, and get a slap on the wrist. I mean, I went to college at Central Washington University in Ellensburg, go Wildcats. I graduated and stuff. But for 2 summers when I was in college, I worked at the Kittitas County Fair. I was on the restroom crew, and I had a grand mal seizure during my second year with the fair. And, when I came out of it, I knew my shift was over. My glasses were fucked up, and there was a cut on my head, which it had dried and stuff. And I was going to cut through the rodeo arena like I always did. It was practically empty. There was a free rodeo going on. And, then 3 members of the Kittitas County Sheriff's Department came up from behind me, forced me to the ground, and then handcuffed me. I had other seizures at Central because, I had a brain tumor when I was 16. It was removed from my head, but I still have issues. And, campus police, Ellensburg PD never laid a hand on me, but Kittitas County Sheriff's Department, it's like, what? Hey, we're the Sheriff's Department in a county of, like, 20,000 people. So, we have brown uniforms, so we get to do that to you. They were the only ones that laid their hands on me. And, I raised Cain about excessive force, but I knew nothing was going to come of it because, you know, anybody can justify any action if it was committed by a cop. And, like, I talked to the undersheriff and stuff, and, the undersheriff, Clay Myers, said, well, I didn't have a ticket to the fair, and, it was like that, and also that they were protecting the people in the rodeo arena. It's like because I didn't have a ticket either to the rodeo or the fair, and it's like the rodeo, it was the free rodeo at the time, so I didn't need a ticket to that fair or to the rodeo, and the arena was practically empty. I mean, it was practically empty. And then I didn't have a ticket to the fair. It's like, all the while this was going on, I'm actually still on the clock. I'm actually still getting paid. Because I hadn't clocked out yet, so my shift was not actually over. But, and again, they said, well, the cops there was an investigation by the sheriff's department, but again, I didn't cooperate with it because it was like, I told the undersheriff, if all you're going to do is justify what they did to me, then I don't want to talk to you. Because again, in the eyes of one cop, another cop can't do anything wrong. And it's just, maybe if cops can get past that, I mean, I know you don't want to narc on your brothers or something, but it's just, and, but, and it's just, it's amazing to me, though, and if cops can get past that thin blue line and might actually be willing to tell on their friends or something, maybe there won't be this crap. But cops kind of definitely know, like with South Park, the whole "it's coming right for us" stuff, know all the necessary buzzwords to say. You could say, oh, he's got a gun, and not have a gun and shoot him, and it's just, I mean, people say about stand your ground laws. Well, cops basically already have stand your ground, because it'd be like that shooting years ago in Texas where the gunman went down to his neighbor's house to complain about the noise he was having. He had the whole thing recorded, and he was in the whole situation for like 20 minutes, and he's screaming, "I am in fear for my life," and all this crap. And it's like he was the one who was armed. He could withdraw, but he was obviously trying to use stand your ground. And, he tried using that as a defense, but nobody bought it. And it's just, cops should be held to a higher standard. But honestly, I don't think they are, because, we still want to take the words of our public servants. And it's just, that is really, really fucked up. We're the public. They should serve us. If they fuck up, then, fire them or something. But it's just, this is wrong, and maybe there definitely needs to be better training methods and stuff. But something has to be done, because this is going to continue to happen.